Hi. If you have ever dealt with ADHD related issues like brain fog, anxiety, as well as task paralysis, if you have ever dealt with scars from childhood trauma, and if you have ever dealt with or are still dealing with the stress and in some cases the trauma of what's happening in the United States right now in terms of our government. What I want to share with you today is this. I've gone on a journey where I have explored different healing modalities. I have explored different practices, and many of them have contributed some peace to my life. They have helped stabilize me at different times of my life because I've been on this journey since I was in my 20s. And many of them have offered me some true healing. But in the last 5 to 7 years, I have paid attention to this, what has turned out to be a thread for me, which is this concept of not doing this type of work alone. And any of you who have done meditation retreats, yoga retreats, done ayahuasca ceremonies, have done any type of mind-body work where you're not doing it alone, have noticed something that I'm talking about, which is this group dynamic, this group experience that makes you feel less alone in what you're experiencing and what you have experienced, but also less alone during the healing process, during the moments when you're facing the core of who you are as a person. And so those of you who've accessed these types of practices know what I'm talking about. And the thread that I'm seeing right now is that those groups are so important because they make us feel less alone in our experience, but they also have an energetic component to them that adds to elevating our experience, elevating and making our healing more transformative. And I've learned when I've accessed groups, sometimes they're online and there are hundreds of people and we're all in the same vein of why we're there, why we're working with this particular guide or teacher. And there's something about the process that leaves us, or left me, with a stronger feeling and sensation that I've made a shift. And a shift that I can integrate and take into my life further. And so as I started to realize that groups are the thing, not working alone, working with either a guide, but preferably in groups are a thing, I then went looking for specific types of groups to be a part of because, like a lot of you, I'm trying to raise my frequency, raise my vibration, so that anything that I've experienced that has caused me harm inside, I want to either transmute that, transform that, heal that, or simply change it in a way that I'm less reactive to it. And so in the context of this journey and these healing modalities that I've accessed, I now see that for me, and I think for a lot of people, choosing to do this type of work of getting in touch with your energetic self, accessing your midline, that line of energy within you, accessing that part of you, that essence within you, that is your wisest self, your higher self, whichever way you want to look at it. Your higher vibrational essence is another way to look at it. Doing that with people who are in the same vein has helped me transform. I literally just logged off of a group that I'm in. The guide and the person who leads it is based out of London. So we're miles away from each other. And I can't even find the words to explain to you that I feel like I've gotten in touch with an aspect of who I am that has nothing to do with the density of my being right now. It's about my power, my force, and it's about my interconnectivity with everything. I mean, I saw an orca whale rush up to meet me like I was a lost friend in this process. I was part of a process that the teacher and guide, where we were imagining ourselves eagles to see the bigger picture of life, our lives and the lives all around us. And I am very clear that the group that I'm in is special because there's a lot of higher vibrational people in it, because many of them are healers. So I'm lucky that way. But they have, as a collective, helped me expand my capability to be higher vibrational, to bring myself into a higher frequency, even when I'm not with the group. Do you guys hear me? Even when I'm not with the group, I am able to go to a vibration and guide myself out of ADHD anxiety, out of a downward spiral about some conversation that didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. I'm able to do this, and I think I can, if I continually do this work, I can expand on that skill. And if you're anything like me, this is a skill that's important to have now. Whether it's about making decisions about work, where you want to be in the world, what city you want to live in, what country you want to live in, who you want to be in relationship with, who you want to commune with, and simply the day-to-day decisions about what do you put inside your body in terms of food, what's healthy for you. And so I share this with you because I've had transformations, and I offer group dynamics because I've been able to raise myself at a higher frequency consistently. And in working with me in a group dynamic or a one-on-one, you get to access some of that. And to be honest with you, I'm one of those people that is highly idealistic, yet at the same time, I understand what I'm dealing with in the world. And so you could say I'm grounded while I'm able to go up there. And so I understand there's a bigger picture about a lot of what happens to us in our daily lives, as well as what's happening in our societies and our governments. There's a lot going on, and that's for a later video. But I do know this. Accessing higher frequencies while we decide we want to access wisdom about these things and how we want to react to them, and what kind of decisions on how we want to resist on the front lines or resist in the background. Whatever that is for you. I know many of you understand that you can't handle some of the things that we deal with in our lives and in the world in the same way that we had in the past. It's calling, where we are right now is calling for new skills, new levels, new approaches. So I say to you that if you want to not feel alone in your journey to come at what's going on in your life and the world in a less reactive way, in a wiser way, in a more energetically powerful way, so that you open up the door for solutions to come to you when you do this work that may never have come to you otherwise. And so I invite you to subscribe to my channel, because I'll be speaking more about this, and consider working with me in a group dynamics. I'm going to be starting some new groups soon to have people explore an experience with me. And so if this piqued your interest, please hit the like button. Thank you for listening this far into the video. And, look into the description below and on how to contact me if you ever want to be in a group. But, the part of the core of who I am is I want us to understand our interconnectivity with each other, because we ripple across each other's worlds all the time. And if we can understand what that's about, and that we have a way to work those energetic lines and not so much control them, but wield them in a way that we can create transformation and make good ripples in the world, which is what I'm about on a lot of levels. And so I invite you to take good care of yourself, make good ripples, and reach out if you want to work with me. Take care. Bye.